Hi everybody, so we're going to start off, we're still in dual agency right now, and we're going to start off with some test questions. So if you do really poor on these test questions, then you need to go back and watch some of the other videos. Alright, Janice is a broker who is serving the buyer of a property for which she is a listing agent. What type of agency arrangement is this? So she is selling the property if she's a listing agent, and she's serving the buyer, so she's doing both. Which of these statements describes informed consent as it relates to dual agency? Both the buyer and the seller understand what dual agency is and agree in writing to dual agency representation. The licensee explains dual agency to the seller and must inform all buyers that he is the seller's agent. The licensee explains dual agency to the buyer. The broker informs the buyer and seller for a transaction that he will represent both parties, which definitely they can't do. So the top one is the one that makes the most sense there. Assuming the dual agency is legal where the scenarios occur and the licensee broker is permitted, which of these situations demonstrates a legal dual agency? All right, Tom is holding an open house. Ruby wants to make an offer. She details it. Tom waits until she finishes and then suggests she offer non-refundable earnest money to strengthen her offer. So far, that's illegal. This one seems illegal too. Jared represents the seller. Buyer Lena approaches Jared. So Levi's customer Renee wants to make an offer on Levi's seller client's home. Levi explains that he represents the seller, but then presents Renee's offer to his client. So that one could be illegal. Jared represents the seller, and representing her in the house. Okay, this one they consent to it, so it's not illegal. This provides consent, so that's not illegal. I think it's this one. The licensee represents the buyer and seller in the same transaction. What type of agency relationship does the licensee have with their client? Devon and Courtney both consent to dual agency when they sign their listing. But when another licensee is presented Chad with an offer, the couple got cold claws and decided they didn't want the potential conflict of interest with dual agency and withdrew their consent. Which of the following is not a potential income? They may not be held to their previous dual agency consent, and the transaction will continue unhindered. No, the transaction will not continue because they have to consent, and if they don't consent, then they won't be able to continue. A broker has designated two members of the same team and as intra-ICAs in a transaction who may serve as the dual agent. Not on the same team. This is like super confusing. Okay. Of course, we failed again. Okay. This is like my fourth time taking this test, by the way. All right, Janice is a broker, so we got this one right. It's dual agency. This one is Both buyer and seller understand and agree to representation. Okay, this one is wrong. This one was the last one. I was going back and forth with this one. Not only did Tom allow the potential buyer to give him all the details and then gave her advice about the offer. This is an example of a legal dual agency that could get him in big trouble. The licensee is a single license and dual agent relationship because the licensee represents the buyer and seller, and designated agency or dual agency is used in dual agency situations. So this one's a single license dual agency. Okay, because the person has one license. Okay. Oh boy, I need to go back and review my videos. I'm telling you, I'm having a hard time passing this. Okay, I got that one right. And I got this one right. So, let's go back. If you need a lot of questions to help you, then definitely watch these videos because this will be like the 5th time now I've taken it. So we got a lot of questions. Some of these should start popping up that I've already had. All right. So Isaac is a licensed agent, act as a dual agent, and a single licensed dual agent situation. Oh my goodness. He represents both Abe and Ben, and Abe tells him something that would give him a distinct advantage. Now, this is a repeat question, so thank God we're finally getting repeat questions. Okay. Isaac cannot share confidential information. This is also a repeat. Thank God. So I might actually pass this one. In addition to completing the consent for dual agency form, when information about the dual agency and teams must be provided. The fact that the team can have a financial interest. If an agent lists a home for his sister and it sells, can the agent accept his commission from the sister? No, the agent must go through the agent's broker. The commission must go through the agent's broker. Which of the statement describes informed consent as it relates to dual agency? All right, both the buyer and understand what dual agency is and agree in writing to representation. Business is booming for the Jill Luck team. And Jill and her team members are doing a lot of in-house and team deals. What disclosure do they need to make sure to make to their dual agent clients? That's a new question. So we'll see if we get that right. Okay. Oh my God. Most of these were repeat questions. That's why I got 100%. I think there was only one of them that wasn't repeat. This was a repeat. Sharing confidential. This was a repeat. And after 5 times of taking this test, I'm so glad I got some repeat questions. So if you need to take any pictures of these, go on and do it. All right, we're going to move on to the next mortgage financing instruments. Okay, this is section 11, financing. There's going to be 6 lessons and the unit. We'll see how quick we can get through this. I don't know. So we're going to talk about promissory notes, deeds of trust, clauses, prepayment penalties, recording. This is coming up on the next video if you need any help with this kind of thing. This video is going to end. Thank you all for watching. See you on the next one.